everybody. My name is Dr. Vahid Garousi. I'm recording this short video about the course CSC3056 software testing, which I've been teaching for about 15 years. So the course content. So in this course, what we will learn is concepts, techniques, and tools in software testing, including unit testing, integration testing, and system testing. Also, approaches for test case design, test coverage, automated testing, which will be a very important type of approach in testing, and also other similar interesting and very practical knowledge and skills that the students will use in their future careers in the software industry. By the way, the course information is also available in QC's category, QC's catalog. You can see the information there. This course has been very popular among the students since year 2017. So essentially, 2007, sorry. So it's very hands-on and useful for your future careers because many of the roles that you will work for in industry will need software testing skills. More than 2,000 students have taken this course in Queens and also in the previous universities that I have worked. I'm going to show you some feedback from the students in the past term. So the last semester, the course received a very good score from students, 4.6 as the average out of 5, as you can see in this MEQTQ form. So lots of positive, essentially text and written comments from students. For example, these students mentioned the practicals were very interesting and encouraged my best work. The 4 pieces of coursework worth 15% is really useful and beneficial. And then some comments about my style of teaching that, says that he's always willing to help and friendly to approach, etc., etc. So you can also read those comments. So grading components, right? So how you will receive your final grade in this course. There will be 4 lab exercises which will essentially make up the majority of the grade, so 15% each, together will be 60%. Final exam, just like many other courses, it will be 40%. The 4 lab exercises will be lab 0, 1 to 3, and with these topics that I have mentioned there. And each lab will take 2 weeks, so we will do the lab for this week, for example, and next week. And then, as you can see, there will be 8 weeks spent on the labs. Of course, there may be some vacations in between. And the deadlines, due dates are very essentially properly scheduled so that you can write them without being stressed. 2 weeks after lab 1 finishes. So you will do lab 0 and lab 1. You will take 2 weeks to write the report, and then similarly for the next, for the lab 2 and 3. All these labs are also available in a repository, and more than 50 instructors and courses across the world are using the lab materials that I have prepared since, again, 15 years ago. You can also see them. There's a specific website for the labs as well. You can see in this Google website. For doing the labs, the students will make up teams of 2 students. So 2 students will be in a group, and then they will work on the lab, and then 1 single lab report will be submitted by each group. There are some prerequisites that are kind of natural for this course. We need students to know, to have some basic background of Java and object-oriented programming. And why is that? Because most of the labs will focus on the so-called automated testing. So the students need to have, again, you don't need to be experts in Java, but you need to have some basic understanding. And we will have a lab 1, which will do the Java refresher. So lab 1 will try to remind you or teach you some basics of Java. Lab 0 will be on manual testing, and there won't be any need for programming in lab 0. But from lab 1, there will be need for object-oriented programming. So that's the end of my short video. If you have any questions, you can always reach me by email address v.garousi@qb.ac.uk. Thank you very much, and see you in the course.